Okay, so our topic for today will be about sequences and series and also the sigma notation. Okay, so let us first tackle about the sequences and series. Okay, so first we must have the definition which answers the question what is the difference between sequence and series and how are they related to each other. So a sequence oh, So a sequence is a list of numbers separated by commas, while a series is is a sum of numbers separated by plus or minus sign. So it is separated by an operator. Okay, so those operators are plus and minus. So as an illustration, you have there one negative one half, one third, negative one fourth. That is a sequence. So kani siya wa ni gapasabot nga series ni siya kay na siya positive or negative na siya negative nga signs ha. It is separated by commas man, therefore we will call it a sequence. And you have there an example for series which is 1 minus 1 half plus 1 third minus 1 fourth. That is equal to 7 and 7 over 12. So uh, it is the series of this sequence. So muna ang series ani nga sequence, okay? So muna siyang series separated by commas, and then when you happen to add them or subtract them, that will be its associated series. Then the sequence with nth term, a sub n. So ang kaning a sub n, that is the nth term. So by saying nth term, that means muna siya ang term nga pinakalasan nga term nga ato ang gusto nga kwaon. Let's say for example, the seventh term. So ato ang nth term diari will be 7. So that will be a sub 7 nana. So if we want to get the sixth term, so that will be the last term, di ba? So this will become a sub 6. Okay? Okay, so the sequence with nth term, a sub n, is usually denoted by um, the, the sequence a sub n. Okay, a sub n na siya. And the associated series is given by S is equal to a sub 1 plus a sub 2 plus a sub 3 plus up until a sub n. Okay? So, if we have there a sub n as our sequence, so that means if we have there our series, if we will write it as series or iyahang associated series atong pangitaon, it will be written as a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, up until a sub n. So, depende na kung asa ta taman nga, what you call this, asa ta taman nga term. Okay? So, if taman na tag a sub 5 or like the fifth term, a sub 5 ra po ta taman. So, ana lang. And there are two types of sequences and series. This could be arithmetic and geometric. Okay. So sa arithmetic, you have there are arithmetic. Sa arithmetic na to, we will have a common difference. Well, sa geometric, we will have a common ratio. So if sa common difference arithmetic meaning ga-add ta. So it's basically adding lang. Say for example, you have there a sequence of 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, and 16. So as you can see there, if you will add 3 sa 1, you'll get 4. If you will add 3 sa 4, you'll get 7. You'll add 3 sa 7, you'll get 10, and so on. Okay? So it its common difference is basically 3, di ba? Okay, 3 man ang iyahang distansya sa each other, di ba? Kaya ang 4 og 1, ang 4 og 7, ang 7 og 10, 3 lang diferensya. Okay? So, muna siya ang sequence niya. Well, yung series will be this one. You will be adding them. You will just have to add them or simply replace comma with a plus sign. So, ana ra na siya. Now, the arithmetic sequence is the is denoted by the formula A sub k plus 1 minus A sub k is equal to D, which is the common difference. Now, for the geometric sequence and series, you have there, let's say, for example, um, 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, and 243. So, sa arithmetic, atong pangitaw niya ang common ratio or ang iyang multiplier. Ang number nga nag-multiply sa iyaha or like number nga nakarelate sa iyaha. So, let's say for example, ang 1 ug 3. So, may nakarelate sa iyaha. So, 1 and 3 has um, a factor of 1 and 3, di ba? Ang 3 has a factor of 1 and 3. 9 has factor of 3 and 3, di ba? And then 27, you have there 9 and 3. Next, 81, you have there 27 and 3. So as you can see there, ang yung common nga multiplier is 3. Di ba? So it can be written diari 13927. Di ba? Makita man ninyo. So kani siya makita na to siya. Therefore, ang number nga nag-multiply siya or number nga common silang tanan, which is called the common ratio is 3. So 3 siya diara. Muna siya atong common ratio. And the formula is denoted by A sub k plus 1 all over A sub k. That is equal to R. So, ang R na to, that will be the ratio. And sa series, ani, simple lang, i-add ra nato sila tanan. Okay? I-add ra nato na sila tanan. Kung unsay nasa sequence, di ba kay kama na sa sequence, ang sa series, ato lang sila i-add. Okay? Now, ang sa ato lang, i-note na to perminti guys, nga ang arithmetic, um, it involves common difference. So, ang iyahang distansya, gamit ang pag-subtract. So, let's say for example, kani 4. So, 4 ni siya. I-subtract nimo siya sa number nga gauna sa 4, which is 1. So, 4 minus 1, that is 3. Now, 7. So, kung sa may una nga number sa 7, so 7 minus 4, we get 3. Again, 10 na pod. Ang gauna nga number sa 10 is 7. So, 10 minus 7, that is just equal to 3 again. And next, 13. Ang kauna nga number sa 13 is 10. So, 13 minus 10, you'll get 3. So, if you consider nga 3, tag 3 sila tanan, that means ang iyang common difference should be 3. So, ana lang. So, to summarize it, a series represent the sum of the terms of a sequence, while and a series indicates the sum of the terms of the given sequence. Okay? Balik ko muna na siya. Okay, so you have their examples. Okay, determine the first 5 terms of each defined sequence and give their associated series. So we have therefore our example one, that is the sequence of 2 minus n. So we denote the nth term of a sequence by a sub n, and s is equal to a sub 1 plus a sub 2 plus a sub 3 plus a sub 4 plus a sub 5. Anong a sub 5 ang taman? Because we will determine the first 5 terms. Okay? First 5 terms man siya. So, according sa itong formula, kaniman siya sa itong formula. And since atong a sub n diari will be the 5th term, so, tama na siya sa a sub 5. Okay? Now, to determine the first 5 terms, you have there for number 1, draw. So, a sub n is equal to 2 minus n. So, the first 5 terms, so, for a sub 1, so, a sub 1 mo dara, 2 minus 1 na nimo siya. So, i-subtract na nimo ang term no 1. So, di ba kay, ang number na to kay, counting numbers na to, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so, if you have there a sub 1, you will replace n with 1. imo lang first number sa atong counting numbers, di ba? A sub 1. So 2 minus 1, our A sub 1 will be 1. So A sub 2. Okay, ang A sub 2 na to, since 2 minus n man na siya, okay, 2 minus n ha, ang atong n, replace na nato og 2, which is the second number of the counting numbers. So 2 minus 2, you'll get 0. Next, A sub 3. So A sub 3 na to. Diba kay atong formula is A sub 1 is A sub n is equal to 2 minus n. So if you have there A sub 3, so 2 minus 3. Diba? So you'll get negative 1. Next one is A sub 4. So if A sub 4, so negative, no, no, 2 there, 2 minus, what you call this, 4. So 2 minus 4, you'll get negative 2. And sa A sub 5, that is obviously 2 minus 5, which is negative 3. So therefore, nanakay first 5 terms sa sa atong sequence nga 2 minus n. So you have there A sub 1, which is equal to 1, A sub 2, which is equal to 0, A sub 3, which is equal to negative 1, and ang iyang A sub 4 is equal to negative 2, and lastly, ang A sub 5, which is equal to negative 3. Now, we are also asked to give the associated series. So, since na naman tayo sequence ani niya, atong sequence ani will be 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. So, muna siya atong sequence, guys, ha? Muna siya atong sequence. It is separated by commas. Now, to get the associated series, all you have to do is to um, perform the indicated operations. So, ato lang sundon ilang signs. So, if wala siya negative, kita mo subtract, we will add them. So, to get associated series, all you have to do is to add the 5 terms. So, adding the 5 terms, that will become S is equal to A sub 1 plus A sub 2 plus A sub 3 plus A sub 4 plus A sub 5, which is equal to 1 plus 0, i-add rin mo, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, which is just equal to negative 5. So, ana lang siya pagkuha sa atuang first 5 terms and also our associated series. Okay, another example. You have there A sub n is equal to 1 plus 2n plus 3n squared. So, kung saan na to pagkuha ang iyahang first 5 terms. So, all you have to do is to um, same ra gyapon imong buhaton di ari. So, since first 5 terms atong gipangita, ang first nga term niya, which is A sub 1, atong n ana will be 1. If 2, atong n will be 2. If 3, atong n will be 3. If 4, atong n will be 4. So, and so on na dayon na siya. Now, let's try. Tara. So, 1 plus 2n plus 3n squared. So, you have there 1 plus, okay, 2 times 1. Okay, first term man nato ni siya. So, 1 atong gamiton. First good nga number. So, 1 plus 2 times 1 plus, so 3n squared mo na siya. So, you'll just write 3 times 1 squared. Diba? 3 times 1 squared lang. Which is equal to 6. So, if ato siyang i-add na tanan, simplify na to siya. So, 1 plus 2 times 1 is 2. So, 1 plus 2. Okay? And then, 3 times 1 is just 3. So, you'll have there 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is equal to that is equal to 6. So, 6 ang atong first term. Okay, next. 17. Ganong 17 man. Ako lang mong tagaan ng solution niya. Wait lang. Magkuhan. Okay, so naatay 1 plus 2n plus 3n squared. So we are asked to find the second term. So that will be 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 3 times 2 squared. So ana ra siya. Okay? So that will be 1 plus, so 2 times 2 na to is just equal to 4 plus 3 times 4. Diba? Kaya ang 2 squared na to is equal to 4 lang man. So pag add na to sa 1 plus 4, that will be 5. And then 3 times 4, that is just 12. Simplifying them both, you'll get 17, which is sakto. Tara, 17. So ato ang second term will be 17. Next is select ni balik. What about the what do you call this? The third term. So a sub 3, a sub 3. 1 plus kani 2 times 3 na din siya kay third term naman ta plus 3 times 3 squared. So ana lang. So kani after na to pag substitute sa values sa atong n, all we have to do is to simplify. Simplify ra na to siya guys. So atong 2 times 3 ani will just be 6. And then 3 times 9. Okay, 3 squared is equal to 9 man. Now, perform na to ang kuan, indicator operations. You'll get 1 plus 6 is equal to 7 plus 3 times 9 is equal to 27. So, ang ato ang ano, what I call this, ang ato ang a sub 3 will be equal to 34. Tara, which is kani, 34. So, 34 ato ang third term. Next is um, a sub 4. A sub 4 na to. A sub 4 ta. So, if a sub 4, kabalo na mo ani. So, ang number nga 4 ato i-substitute. So, 2 times 4 plus 3 times 4 squared. Remember ha, squared ni siya. Now, let's kuan, perform the indicated operation. So, 1 plus 2 times 4 is 8 plus 3 times 4 squared is 16. Okay. Now, we will add them na. So, um, you have there 1 plus 8 is 9 plus atong 3 times 16 that is just equal to 48. 48 lang na siya. And then adding them, you'll get 57. So 57 siya. So 57 na siya. Now for the fifth term, for 20 points, kinsay mo volunteer og answer sa fifth term. Anybody? Hello, nara mo dira, guys. Fifth term, kinsay ganahan mo answer. Okay? Just don't raise your hand. Sige, answer.
Sa kan voice na nako sir or i-hand lang?
Diri lang. Ako isulat kung say ikuan nimo, istorya nimo.
Okay, 1 plus 2,
1 plus 2,
open and close parenthesis, 5,
5,
and plus
plus, sige. Okay, isa man to
3,
first. Sige, 3, dayon. Say sunod ani.
5 square.
5
5 square. Square.
squared. Okay. Tapos, say sunod.
Then 1 plus
10
1 plus 10 plus
plus
3
3, opening
plus
close
3,
parenthesis, 25.
25. Very good.
Total is
Total
11
is
plus
11 plus
75.
75. Pila man eh. If i-add na to,
86.
86. Very good. So, ano na siya pagpangita na to sa fifth term na to? Okay? 86 na siya. So guys, muna siya itong series. Ay, no, sequence sequence. So muna itong sequence. That is 6, 17, 34, 57, and 86. Now, para makuha na to ang yang series, all you have to do is add them. So, simple lang, add ra na to sila good. So, pag add nimo nila, makuha din nimo ang answer niya. Okay? Um, Next example, you have there a sub n is equal to negative 1 to the power of n. And what you're going to do is to just substitute the values for n lang. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ra gihapon. So, inana ra gihapon ang process, guys. Same sa itong gi-perform sa first ug second nga examples. Now, if ato ni siya i-try sa ugin po sa calculator, dali ra kaya siya makuha nga exact nga nga what you call this, answer. Okay? So, you'll get there 1 to the power of 1 for the first term. That is just equal to negative 1. So, sa a sub 2, you'll get negative 1 squared. So, negative 1 times negative 1. So, positive 1 na siya. Diba? So, 1. Sa 3, multiply na po siya another negative 1. So, man negative 1 na siya diari, diba? Kay positive 1 man eh. Multiply ni mo negative, man negative na siya. And then sa fourth term, if multiply ni mo siya negative 1, since gapares mo ng tag-negative diara, gapares mo silang duha. So, they'll be positive. Lastly, ang a sub 5 na to, multiply na po na to negative 1. So, kani magpares sila, positive, pares sila, positive. Yan, ang may negative isa, so negative ang a sub 5. So, muna siya ang ato ang list sa ato ang first 5 terms. And then, all you have to do is to find, all you have to do to find the associated series is to add all of the terms sa ato ang sequence. Okay? So, S will be equal to negative 1 plus 1 minus, minus 1 plus 1 minus 1, which in total is negative 1. Next, for number 4, the first 5 terms, na kay a sub 1 is equal to 1, a sub 2 is equal to 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Okay. So, ang gipangitaan ni ang first 5 terms man nato, no? So, obviously, ang first 5 terms ani niya kay 1, 2, 3, ug 5, di ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But, in this case, series naman guni siya daan. Okay? Series na siya daan. So, atong gibuhat ani, to find the, kay naka-series man siya, atong buhaton is i-add siya sa iyang preceding nga number. So, like, ang preceding nga number, which is ang number nga gauna niya. Say, for example, a sub 1. So, wala may gauna niya, kay mo man ni siya pinakauna. So, this will be our first term. You have there a sub 2. Sa itong a sub 2 di ari, mo man ni siya ang a sub 2, di ba? Kaning second nga term. So, ang second nga term, since series man siya, ato siyang i-add. Okay? Ato siya i-add. So, you'll get there, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Now, for the third term, a sub 3. So, apilo na po nato ni siya. Ana. So, that will be 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 6. Next one, a sub 4. So, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 na dayon ka. Okay? Plus 4. And lastly, a sub 5, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is equal to 16. So, since na naman kay 5 terms, all you have to do is to add them all para makuha ang atong associated series. So, don't forget ha nga, i-write yun ni siya, dili ka pwede mo answer og 35 diretso. Kaya wala man kaning agi procedure. Kani man ang series, good. kani siya total lang man na siya. Dili ka pwede nga mo answer og total diretso ha. If total ka diretso usa asa man yung series like unsay numbers nga imong gipang-add para makuha kag 35. So prerequisite siya or requirement siya ay ha ka mokuha sa total. Okay? Now diari another example na pod. So you have there write the first five terms in the infinite sequence with general term a sub n is equal to 2n minus 1. So kani siya ga-base ra gyapon ta sa examples diari. So first term is 1, second term is 2, 3, 4 and so on. So more gyud replace na to sa n na to guys, which is multiplied by 2 kay tapad man sila. So kani mahimo siyang 2 minus 1, kani mahimong 4 minus 1, which is 3. So kani 6 minus 1, which is 5. Okay, question? Isa ga resughan. Isa tong ga resughan guys.
Si Joe Goro, sir.
Nakay question? Six na question. Wala ra to. Masinapisitan ra. Feel free to ask lang guys. Okay, padayon ta. So sa a sub 4, so 2 times 4 man na siya, that is 8 minus 1. That is just 7. And then 2 times 5, that is 10 minus 1. That is equal to 9. So the first 5 terms of the sequence is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So ang 2 minus n, that is the nth term. Okay. So ana lang. And for our next na next nga example, you have there find the formula of a sub n given the first few uh, terms of the sequence 2, 3, 4, and 5. So kani siya gipangita naman ang iyang formula. Sa all man ipapangita sa formula ani. So one clue para makuha ang formula niya is to determine pila iyang common difference. So unsa may gilayon sa numbers ani niya guys? May maka-answer? Sa kalay nagpila ang gaps nila for each
Tag-isa.
term. Tag-isa. Very good. So tag-isa raman di ba? So let's say for example, kani siya ang n. This will be n. If adanin mo siya 1, mahimong 3. Now kanina po mahimong n. If adanin mo siya 1, mahimo siya 4. And so on na dayon. If n plus 1 siya, adanin mo 4. Ang 4 adanin mo 1, mahimong 5. So this basically means nga ato ang formula ni will be a sub n which is equal to n plus 1. So ana ra siya guys. Okay, last two examples ta. Next meeting na ta proceed sa tong sigma notation, no? So for number 1, how many terms are there? So ang terms na po ang gipangita diari. Okay? So how many terms are there in an arithmetic sequence with first term 5 and a common difference of negative 3 and the last term is negative 76. So saan mo na siya? So all we have to do is to use this formula. Kanila itong gamitin yung formula guys. Given na siya ng formula guys ha. So you have there to find the nth term man ni siya. And ato ang gipangita is ang first 5 terms. Okay? So ito siya i-list down ato ang givens. So atong first term is 5. Ang ato ang common difference is 3. And ang atong last term or atong a sub n is negative 76. So na kay a sub n dira, that is negative 76 ni siya ang a sub n dira. A sub 1 mo is 5. Imong common difference is negative 3. Now, imong missing a variable is n di ito. So, imong pa ito, find n man siya. Okay? So, kani siya, simple manipulations na ni siya sa ato ang terms. So, all you have to do is to substitute first. So ato sa siyang i-substitute ha. We'll do this manually na lang. Okay, so ato siya manual guys. Ang formula diri is a sub n which is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay. So, natay a sub n nga negative 76, di ba? Napunta a sub 1 which is equal to 5. Mo na itong first term. Plus n minus 1. Ang atong common difference is negative 3. So, n na lang itong ipangita. Atong buhaton is to ipang-transpose na to siya to the other side ang tanan. Okay? So, kaning negative 76, i-transpose na to ang 5 di ari, that will be 5 diri, di ba? So, nabinlan taog negative 3 times n minus 1. Binlan ta na. So, itong simplify ni siya, that will become negative 81 divided by negative 3 and minus 1. Divide both sides by negative 3. Divide both sides by negative 3. So, negative 81 divided by negative 3, you'll get 27. And then, nabinla na yung taog. Cancel out man ni siya. N minus 1. So, ang n minus 1, i-transpose na ito speakas. So, 26 na siya. Ano? 28, guys. Joke. 27 plus 1 na rin na siya. Which is just equal to 28. Kung siya tong n di ara. Okay? So, dara. N will be equal to 28. So, kaning sa 4, you have there find the 7th term of the geometric sequence, which is negative 6, and the 10th term is 162. Find the 5th term. Okay, kaning murag lisod-lisod ni siya gamay. So, tuloy siya explain briefly. Muna ang last example na to guys, by the way. So, nakayara, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. So, muna sa to ang formula ha, nga gamiton. So, ato siya i-list down atong given. So, atong a sub 7, which is atong 7th term. So, 7th term na to, that is negative 6. Okay? So, nakalista man dere sa formula na to nga, ang a sub n daw, when substituted, so a sub 1 man na siya dere, r to the power of n minus 1. If atong n is 7, so, kani siya, 7 minus 1, bantog na siya na 6. So, ana ra siya pag-determine, guys. Okay, ana ra siya ha. So, to check lang pod, if ato lang po siyang i-check, 6 plus 1, 7 na siya. So, A7. Okay, nata siya, that is negative 6. And, ang A sub 10 na to, si A sub 10 na to. So, if A sub 10, so you'll write there A sub 1, R times N minus 1. So, atong N diri is 10 man. So, that will be 10 minus 1. So, 10 minus 1, that is just equal to 9. So, bantog na siya, A sub 1 times R to the power of 9. Bantog, inana siya pagkasulat. Okay? And then, if to check lang po, so 1 plus 9. So, di ba 10 man siya? So, that is 8, 10. Ana ra. So, that is equal to 162. Now, atong buhaton is, since common man ang A sub 1 niya, ang A sub 1 niya, di ba, for both, common man, what we're gonna do is to eliminate A sub 1 by dividing. So, gamit ang division. Okay? So, after this, atong buhaton is to divide, ipa-divide na to siya. So, may mo siya A sub 1 times R to the power of 9, and then A sub 1 times R to the power of 6. So, makancel out ni siya dire, di ba? So, since R to the power of 9 man na siya, and then divided by R to the power of 6, obviously you'll get r cube, di ba? So if ato siyang gi-divide dara, so ang values biya ani nila ha kay 162 biya over -6. So if ato siya i-divide, you'll get -27. So ang r cube di ay is equal to -27. Now atong kuha ng r kay ato man na siyang ratio, di ba? Now, the cube root of -27, if input niyo sa yung calculator, ang cube root sa -27 is -3. Muna siya. Now, pwede na rin ta makakuha sa ato ang fifth term. So, saan man nato pagkuha sa fifth term? So, itong A7, as you can recall, atong A7, pwede na to na siya i-break down as A sub 5 times R squared. Okay? Pwede na to siya i-break down yung inana. And ang atong A sub 5, kay since atong gipangita di ari is ang fifth term man. So, gamit yung tag A sub 5, di ba? So, atong A sub 5 di ara, will just be equal to R squared. Uh, dala, 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 dala. So, A sub 5 times R squared is equal to A sub 7. So, nata A sub 5, dahil na to A sub 5, dala. Dala R squared na to is equal to A sub 7. Now, to get A sub 5, all you have to do is to divide both sides atong R squared. Tara. So, pag divide nimo na makancel out ang R squared sa pikas, mahimo siyang A sub 5 which is equal to A sub 7 all over R squared. Tara. Now, after this, um, after this, ang A sub 7 na to is given man. Tara, which is -6. Divide both sides by ang atong R is -3. So, -3 squared. Diba? -3 squared. So, that is 9. So, -6 over 9. If ato siya i-simplify, you'll get -2 over 3. So, muna siya ang ato ang fifth term. Okay? Questions, guys? May questions? Hello? Natay questions? Wala. Questions.
Ako, sir, wala.
Okay, so if natay questions,
Yes, sir.
you can message report if kuan if yan na may ikalibgan. So that ends our lesson. Then ako lang po ni siyang i-upload kaning recorded discussion na to karon. Okay? So thank you and God bless guys. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank
Lamang.
you,
God
sir.
bless.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, lamang gud may.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wayne, 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 Wayne.
Hoy,
Sabay mo natulog.
wala,
Ahawat na ko. Kama pag-date mo doon.